Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. This is our first video on social skills and communication skills, which I think is so vital and is something I did not get from school. And so I'm making this series of videos for my son Emerson. If it does him some good, that's great. And if it does somebody else good, well, that's good too. Listen, the first step to dealing with social skills and communication skills is to establish your own identity. Everything that you say, everything that you think, everything that you feel, how you dress, what you've eaten in your life, all the entertainment that you've consumed, all the movies that you've watched, all the stuff that they've taught you in school, all the stuff that's been on the news, everything, almost, well, not everything, 99% of you has been put there by somebody else. The way that you talk, the way that you dress, the way that you eat, everything, the way that you think, your habits on a day-to-day basis have been put there by somebody else. The first part in establishing communication skills and social skills is to firm up your own identity and make it the identity that you want, and then to put that identity out in the way that you want to put it out there. And you can only do that if the first thing to do is getting a hold of your speaking. I would suggest always speaking clearly. Most of the people around you are going to mumble their words, and they're going to have a strange dialect depending on where you were raised, what region it was in, the language that you speak, the people that you've grown up around. And, you know, it's very, very rare to run into a person in this world anymore who's well-spoken, who doesn't swear excessively, isn't going around using a dialect of their peers like bruh, 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 same. You have a hard time understanding people's language, even though you oftentimes speak the same language that they do. Why is that? Because their accent, their dialect, their words, their tone, and their volume have all been placed upon them by somebody else. And the first thing about communication skills and social skills is accepting the fact that you are not yourself. You are the conditions that have been placed upon you by your environment. And sometimes they're really good conditions, and sometimes they're really bad. Sometimes they're kind of in the middle. But the first thing you got to do is speak clearly all the time. And speak so other people can hear you all the time. And then right there, you're above 90% of the population. Because at this point in the world, most young people in particular, it's very difficult to hear them, understand their words, and communicate, because a lot of people are so unclear in their words. So that's the first step in communication skills and social skills. Speak clearly and speak so that people can understand you. The next thing to do is much more difficult than speaking clearly and speaking so that people can hear you. The next thing to do with communication skills and social skills is to be honest. That does not mean to be rude. It just means to start expressing yourself in as calmly as you can, but as honestly as you can, and as straightforward as you can. And if people get very upset by it, it's probably best to distance yourself from people who cannot deal with you expressing yourself honestly. Because otherwise, because of the fact that our identity has been placed upon us by other people, we end up saying things that we don't mean and meaning things that we don't say. And that can go on for a lifetime. So the first step in getting some social skills and communication skills is to speak clearly. Speak so that people can hear you, and to be honest. Say what you really think, say what you really feel, and do it in a calm way. Don't fly off the handle if possible. It's difficult sometimes. That's going to transform your reality right there. Next time, we'll talk more about communication. See you next time on English for Emerson.